Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, I'm going to be reading for all 12 signs, and I am looking at the week of June 29th through July 5th. So, happy birthday to the US. Guys, we did talk about the astrology, all of the astrology transits for the month of July on Monday night, and you can find that video over on my YouTube channel. So tonight I'm going to focus specifically on the readings. I have pulled the energy oracle out, so I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible so that we can flow through them as smoothly as possible. We are multi-streaming, guys, so we are on all the different platforms. Everything looks like it's turned out okay. So welcome, welcome. Diana, I see you over on YouTube. We are on at a different date. So I know normally we do all 12 signs on Wednesday, but it is Thursday. I did have to push it back. So I do apologize for the delay, but I want to take this time to announce that next week we will do live streaming only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, guys, the season has definitely gotten busy. The summer is here. It's so hot. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so hot here. So yeah, live stream is going to be Love and Astrology on Tuesday night. We're going to stick with the 8 p.m. That seems to be working out okay. And then Thursday we'll do all 12 signs. I will try to sneak, like maybe a music and tarot or pick a card or something fun like that in on the weekend from time to time, but I don't want it to have it scheduled and then I get too overwhelmed and feel like I got entirely too much on my plate, right? All right, so let's jump in. Fire signs. We're going to start with Aries. And guys, I will put timestamps in when the live stream is over. Jenna comes in. Welcome, welcome. Did you guys get notification for the live? I'm not sure if they went out or not. I put several shorts out today, so sometimes when we do the shorts on the same day as the live, it doesn't send them out. I will make a post too. I'll put a post over on Facebook to announce the new schedule. All right, let's timestamp Aries. And let's do 242. All right, Aries, so this is for June 29th through July 5th. We have Door to Spirit coming out as your energy of the week. We have second chakra coming out as your challenge or obstacle. Attachment is going to be lesson learned. And door to personal healing and happiness is going to be your outcome. On the bottom, you have man holding a coin. So Aries, for you this week, June 29th through July 5th, it's this energy of seeing your worth, understanding your worth, and spirit could be showing you something. You could be getting some reward for breaking free from something. All right, let's look at it. Door to Spirit. So Door to Spirit in the Energy Oracle says that the veil is like being moved. So that, oh, thank you, Diana. So Jay, hello. So it says that Spirit's trying to get a message to you, or it's possible you're trying to get a message to Spirit, but I think it's Spirit getting a message to you. And it being your energy of the week, it's like something is being told to you or given to you. Queen of Swords comes out. So Aries, it's like you've stood up for yourself, or you're standing up for yourself. Queen of Swords, big boundaries, right? High walls. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle. So second chakra is your challenge or obstacle, Aries. And this energy is more about feeling like your second chakra is where you store energy like guilt and shame and remorse. So you could have been feeling guilty about something that could have held you back from like having strong boundaries. Knight of Pentacles comes out. So I feel like it was delayed. Something that you felt guilty about or you had shame about. Aries could have made this message from spirit delayed. definitely. All right, attachment and your lesson learned. So that's the picture where she's taken the mask off, right? So like she's showing herself. Um, she's also surrounded by these really dark shadows. So it's also this energy of like integration of your shadow side. And this is lesson learned. So it's like that's what helped you break free from something that was, again, making you feel shame or guilt. Two of Wands comes out. It says you made an important decision. All right, let's look at the outcome. So, door to personal healing and happiness in the energy oracle for Aries. So, when you look at this picture, it shows a doorway. And whenever I see a doorway, I always get this energy like there's something that could be blocking that doorway. And that's why you can't go through to receive like your personal healing and happiness. So, it's very possible, Aries, you've removed whatever was blocking the doorway. Four of Pentacles, big confirmation. So Four of Pentacles says that you let something go, right? It speaks about holding on to something too tightly and it not allowing the energy to flow. This is a really good reading coming out for Aries. So I feel like this is what's going on, Aries. You had something blocking your door to personal healing and happiness. You removed it. You could have definitely faced like your shadow side, integrated your shadow side, made a very important decision. It could have gave you the courage to make an important decision. And now because you have these healthier boundaries, Queen of Swords, right? Now the veil is, it's like the veil is being moved so spirit can bring something to you. All right, let's pull guidance. We have the forgiveness card. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. That could be what you had to let go of. And we have the trust card. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. All right, Aries. Moonology to close it out. We have look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, which we just had. And don't let pride get in your way. It's full moon in Leo. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave that right there. Hope that reading was helpful. And I'm going to clean up and we're going to move on to Leo. My daughter-in-law suggested the video because we keep getting in trouble on TikTok for the video. And it's like, it's my video. I made the video. So I thought if it had my face on it, then they would see like, oh, that's just her video. But no, it didn't. It didn't work. All right, Leo is next. 9/11, because I seen it. How many of you guys have seen 911? I feel like we always see the same numbers, right? 1111, 222, 333. But I feel like we all get it gets our attention, right? When we see the 911. And the interesting part is that it gets our attention, you know, anywhere in the world. All right, Leo, energy of the week, we have the thinking woman. So you're digging deep. You're trying to get to the root of something. And the picture is this like librarian lady. It always gives me this energy of this librarian lady. And there's these concrete stairs next to her. So she's like down in this basement, it looks like, right? But I definitely just heard the word root cellar. Is that a thing? Um, but the thinking woman is this energy of trying to figure something out. It says someone could come into your environment and show you something that you've been trying to figure out. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle for Leo. We have community. It's number 7. So the thinking woman was 47. So now we have 477. So I just want to say the number of synchronicities could definitely be sticking out for Leo this week. We have the garden and the gate as lesson learned. And we have angel of love as outcome. The community card could talk about soul tribe and soul family, but it's giving more karmic energy. It could be saying that there is like someone in your close inner circle, but I think for most of you, it's more like third party karmic type of energy. That's why it's in your challenges or obstacle. That card normally represents too many people being involved. The garden and the gate is in your lessons learned position. And it's a card of saying that you're in your comfort zone, but you know that you need to leave your comfort zone. And then Angel of Love is here representing unconditional love. So this is what's happening, Leo. Um, you could be involved in a third party situation, and that just means like again, too many people are involved, oops. Too many people are telling you what to do. And you know it, and you know that you need to get out of that situation. That's why the garden and the gate is in your lesson learned. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. An angel of love being here for unconditional love. I don't think it's about giving anyone else love. I think it's more about just showing yourself kindness as you remove yourself from a situation. All right, let's look at the thinking woman. So we have the Knight of Wands coming out. Knight of Wands is reckless energy, right? So what you're thinking about, Leo, could be that you're struggling to not be reckless in a situation, right? In a third party situation. All right, so community is here. We have the Death card, that's Scorpio. So it's definitely like death and rebirth, and it says that you need to put something in the past or leave something in the past. Garden in the gate, we have judgment, again, more Scorpio. So Leo, it's energy that's with the judgment card, it's the angel that's blowing the trumpet, right? So it's like hearing your calling. So it's saying that like you need to leave your comfort zone and follow your purpose. And then we have angel of love here, and we have Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about finding your footing. And I feel like Spirit saying, Leo, like giving yourself love, compassion, understanding is what's going to help you find solid ground. The High Priestess is on the bottom. Vanessa, welcome. All right, let's pull some guidance for Leo. I feel like we're moving through them pretty quickly. The Love card comes out. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And Decision also comes out. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. All right, let's do Moonology to close it out for Leo. Expect powerful changes, new moon eclipse, and a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. That's interesting because you did get Angel of Love as the outcome. And then Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles could say that something's balancing out. Very interesting. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, so we have Aries and Leo done. So we have Sagittarius next, and that's going to round up our fire signs. All right, let's timestamp Sagittarius. And let's do 1544. And this again for the week of June 29th through July 5th. And let's get energy of the week. We have a victory coming out, number 28. Challenge or obstacle, we have broken heart. Sixth chakra coming out for lesson learned. And blossoming abundance is the outcome. Anxiety is on the bottom. Okay, so this is definitely an energy of a victory. Like the win is already yours in some situation, but it didn't come, free. There's a cost. Sixth chakra is your brow chakra. It's where you receive information, where you receive downloads, and then blossoming abundance is your outcome. So Sagittarius, it seems like you received some major victory because you had some type of spiritual assistance or guidance or enlightenment of some sort. But the interesting thing is that it caused this broken heart. Now, the broken heart is healing, but it's like it costs something. It's at a high cost. All right, let's look at the victory and see what is the victory for Sagittarius. Knight of Pentacles. This could have something to do with work, dedication, your duties or responsibilities. It definitely could be like a leveling up in some way. All right, broken heart and your challenge or obstacle. We have King of Pentacles. You feel responsible for something. Whatever it is that has caused the broken heart and your challenge or obstacle, I don't feel like this is new energy because the victory is the new energy. So it's like the challenge or obstacle is that it just didn't come easily. But with King of Pentacles and your challenge or obstacle as well, it's like you feel responsible. Like maybe there was something more you were supposed to do. Sixth chakra in your lessons learned, the brow chakra, we have the Justice card. It's Libra energy, and it shows balanced scales. So it definitely is giving this energy of like everything has, I mean, I guess it could be like cause and effect as well, but I'm more getting like everything has purpose or everything has reason. All right, blossoming abundance is the outcome. So this is what the victory. We have Eight of Pentacles, so it's definitely work related. Something that you're focused and dedicated to, and then we have the Death card on the bottom, Scorpio. So major transformation. All right, let's pull some guidance for Sagittarius. I'm using the Soul's Journey, if I didn't mention it already. We have the Happiness card, which is, blossoming abundance. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And we have the Pride card. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. My moon sign is Sagittarius. All right, let's do moonology. A fiery climax approaches its full moon in Aries, and don't let pride get in your way. It's full moon in Leo on the bottom. Again, a new romantic cycle begins. It's new moon in Libra. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. Guys, don't forget to tap the like button for me. I'm going to clean up. We're going to move on to the water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I don't know what to do. What to do about the TikTok. Carson just came home from his other grandma's house. He's got a new tooth coming in, so he's been very vocal. All right. Just gonna check on everybody really quickly before we move on to the water signs. Look at Jenna, member for 19 months. I love you so much, Jenna. That is so cool. I just opened the YouTube thing and there it was. Okay. All right. It looks like we're okay everywhere, except TikTok. All right, let's timestamp Cancer. Ooh, 2222. All right, Cancer. So the number synchronicities definitely sticking out tonight, right? We're looking at June 29th through July 5th. And you have a lot of twos in your timestamp. So equal effort, partnership. We have all tied up. It's number 23. We have adjacent possibilities in your challenge or obstacle. We have healer of the ages in your lesson learned. We have the envy card coming out as your outcome. We have action on the bottom. Okay, so the action card, this is the one where it says we need to talk about first. It's number 17. When you look at the energy oracle, the action card shows these two horses. They look like wild horses running, but they have like this blur that runs through the picture, and the point is that they're supposed to be going like super fast, and that's why there's this blur, right? So not only do you need to take some type of action, Cancer, but you need to take it quickly. Like you need to do it now, type of thing. All right, so all tied up comes out as your energy of the week, and Cancer, all tied up represents this energy of like you're keeping yourself super busy so that you don't have to focus on something else. And your challenges or obstacle, you have adjacent possibilities. And it's number 24. So I just want to point out you have 23 and 24. And envy is number 20. So the twos, 222. But adjacent possibilities says that just because one, like something you tried didn't work out, doesn't mean that you're supposed to give up on your goal. You may have to go about it a different way, but you keep the same goal, right? Healer of the ages is here, and this is energy of spirit. If you look at the card, it shows this man in the picture, and I feel like to me, it looks like Jesus, but it's supposed to represent this divine being that brings great healing. And then the envy card as your outcome, it could say that there's something more that you want for yourself, maybe even for others, but it could also say that you need to guard what you have from those that are envious of you, Cancer. Very possible. All right, let's pull some tarot. Ooh, the lovers flies out right away. So all tied up, the lovers. Um, the lovers, I know we want to think it's about another person, right? But it's actually about yourself. It's about choosing yourself or choosing to heal yourself. So you could be, all tied up, like you're super busy doing something else and you're not choosing to do the things that you know to do to heal yourself. All right, adjacent possibilities. You could feel like you're not sure which step to take or which direction to go next. We have Knight of Wands. So I want to say that Knight of Wands is like reckless energy, but I'm not really getting that. I'm getting more of like passionate. Um, Remember we seen that action card that said move quickly? So it's like that passion. Um, Knights are messengers, right? So they have to travel and they have to go quickly and courageously. All right, Healer of the Ages is your lesson learned. We have Eight of Swords here. So Eight of Swords is a self-restriction. You could be telling yourself that you can't do something or you can't have something, or you could be limiting your healing by not choosing yourself, Cancer. All right, the Envy card for the outcome, Six of Swords. So you are being guided. You're being guided to calmer waters. So that's telling me, Cancer, that there could definitely be, I don't know, um, outside energies, outside sources, um, yeah, that are just envious of something that you have or that you're doing. The Chariot is on the bottom. The Chariot is a victory. It says that the victory is already yours, Cancer. So move quickly. All right, let's pull some guidance for Cancer. We have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love and blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And Moonology to close it out. Your dreams need a practical plan. It's full moon in Taurus, and the end of a tough cycle approaches its full moon in Capricorn. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. We have Scorpio next. I definitely asked for assistance to get through them, less distractions, and I don't know, to be easier, like for me to focus on the meaning of the card. And I can definitely tell it's working. We are almost halfway through at 30 minutes in. It's perfect. Guys, I will put the timestamps in after the live stream is over. Hope you maneuver around. Katie, welcome. All right, Scorpio, here we go. Oh, I seen it, but I missed it. Let's do 2933. So Scorpio, this is for June 29th through July 5th. I'm using the Energy Oracle, and let's pull your energy of the week. We have the Walking Away card coming out. So who was it that had the guard in the gate? Was it Aries? So the walking away card is a match to the garden and the gate. The garden and the gate is where she's standing inside the gate and she refuses to leave her comfort zone. The walking away card is more of this energy of she's opened the gate and she's facing something that she feared. Man holding a coin is in your challenges or obstacles. Scorpio, you could be learning about your self-worth or not seeing your value. Lesson learned is door to romance. It's number 33. It shows a heart in a bird's cage, locked in a cage. Scorpio, you could be walking away from something because you don't see your worth or you don't think someone values you or you don't value yourself. You don't feel worthy of love. That's it. All right, let's do the outcome. The thinking man. The temple path is on the bottom. All right, Scorpio. So, just in case if there's some Scorpios out there that are going through life and you're like, I don't know, maybe you feel bad, guilty, you have shame, guilt, remorse, something, and I don't know, like maybe somebody loves you and you're like, this can't be, or it can't be for me, or um, you think you're not worthy of something, so you're keeping your heart locked away. This could be the week that you let that go, right? Like this could be the week that you open the cage and allow like your heart out, like allow love in. The temple path on the bottom of the deck, when you see the temple path, it's supposed to represent that it's your soul's path and that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So you could be questioning whether you're in the wrong place, or you could be questioning like what's happening right now, like in your life, just in general, and spirit saying that whatever is happening is supposed to be happening. It's very possible that you're going to be walking away from something. It's probably just a belief system that you're not worthy of something. All right. Pull some tarot. Let's start with the walking away card. We have Nine of Cups. So divine wishes being granted. It's interesting. It's almost like you got something you wanted, but maybe you don't feel worthy. Man holding a coin, you have Three of Wands. You could feel like there's stuff you need to do to like get your future settled, or like your finances settled or something like that. Door to romance and your challenges or obstacle. You have the Hermit. You could be going through dark night of the soul. Um, the Hermit card is also the card where it talks about shedding old skin. I think Scorpio, that you're going through a dark night of the soul. I think you could be shedding old skin, but I think that you're also seeing something. You're spotting something. It's like you're able to see through. I feel like this happened to me and my awakening. So there's this part in your awakening where I feel like, sorry, where I feel like there's this, understand that when people behave a certain way or they do a certain thing, that it's all like part of their pain, or it all comes from their pain. You know what I mean? So when you're going through your dark night of the soul and you're shedding your own skin and you're healing from your own pain, It's almost like you can spot people, like why people behave a certain way or why they do certain things. It's like you can see their pain, so you understand their why. Scorpio, this could also be why you're keeping your heart locked in this cage. All right, the thinking man is the outcome, and we have the Empress. So there could be some, well, it's obsessive thinking. It's where you're just constantly thinking of a certain thing or a certain person. Three of Pentacles is on the bottom. Three of Pentacles is teamwork. It's where you think that, well, so in the regular Rider-Waite cards, the Three of Pentacles shows three people working together. It always looks like they're at a church or something, right? And the card is supposed to say that you respect each other and you want to work with each other. But I picked the Gilded Tarot tonight, and in the Gilded Tarot, the Three of Pentacles, he's working very hard. It's very challenging, but he's by himself. He's doing it by himself. Scorpio, I feel like you feel like you're doing something by yourself and it's causing frustration and maybe even pain. All right. Let's see what the guidance is. We have acceptance. I'm learning to accept things that I cannot change. And we have the Peace card. I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. On the bottom, we have the Loneliness card, Scorpio. It says, I know that I am never alone. All right, Moonology to close it out. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. Definitely could be an emotional week for Scorpio. Bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. I mean, that's literally spirit saying, like, it's okay to open the cage, right? Like, let your heart out, let love in. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Some of you could be dealing with twin flame energy, right? All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. Pisces. Pisces next. Okay, this is happy Friday Eve. Absolutely. Yeah. How's everybody's work going? How's everybody's work going? I don't know. I feel like if you're having spiritual awakening, you're definitely being tested at work, right? And if you're not, like, if nothing's, if you feel like you have the greatest job and everybody, loves you, everything's, you love everyone, you get along, all that good stuff, you're doing well. It's like there's things that happen that are like out of your control that are still like causing such weird energies, like chaotic energies in the work environments, right? All right, Pisces. Let's timestamp. Ooh, let's wait for it and do an even 39 for Pisces. All right, so I'm using Energy Oracle, and I'm going to start out Energy of the Week. This is for June 29th through July 5th. All right, flies out all on its own. Third chakra, Archangel Camille. So this is solar plexus power energy. This is about your, I heard the word sovereignty, but it's more about your personal power. Challenge your obstacle. Again, broken heart. Lesson learned. We have the second chakra. So we have a lot of chakra energy coming out for Pisces. And we have happy family coming out for the outcome. On the bottom, door to personal healing and happiness again. So it is this energy of like removing something that's blocking your doorway, Pisces. This could be a week where like you're taking your personal power back. You could have been struggling through something, Pisces, for a long period of time that affected your family situation because of second chakra, like shame, guilt, remorse. So this could be like the week where you third chakra call your personal power back, right? All right, let's clarify a little bit. And again, I'm using the Gilded Tarot. We have Queen of Wands coming out. Queen of Wands is sometimes seen as imposter syndrome. Like you don't feel confident enough about your personal power. So this could be the week that that changes for Pisces. All right, Seven of Cups comes out for Broken Heart. Oh, he's mad. You guys hear him? um, so Broken Heart being a challenge is your obstacle. I do get this energy like this isn't something that's happening now. This is something you're healing from now. Um, and I feel like it's possible that it being in challenges or obstacles, you could have felt like there weren't any choices or you didn't have any options. Three of Swords comes out for second chakra, so I feel like that's just confirmation. And it is about healing, so healing your second chakra, so healing whatever you felt shame, guilt, or remorse about. I feel like for some of you Pisces, you could have held yourself back due to a previous loss, like something happened to you previously, so you're like, oh, well, if that happened before, then it may happen again. So if I just don't, if I just don't try, to do something, then I don't have to worry about it, something like that. And it's like, this is the week that you're healing that. So you're calling your power back. And then happy family is the outcome. And we have the Three of Pentacles again, Gilded Tarot. So you could have thought that you were going to do something with someone else. And now you're having to do something on your own. And that could definitely be why we see the Queen of Wands here. Like you could feel like you were not confident enough to do something on your own. Ten of Wands is here. Ten of Wands is a completion to a time when you felt like there were a lot of weight on your shoulders, a lot of heavy burdens. So something could bend in your favor this week, June 29th through July 5th. And that definitely could give you more confidence, especially when it comes to solar plexus and calling your power back. You could start to see that you had options all along. One of those options could be something as simple as choosing to heal yourself and doing something on your own. All right, let's do some guidance for Pisces. George Lopez Jr. All right, let's do let's do the guidance. Loneliness comes out. I know that I'm never alone. The worry card comes out for Pisces. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Doubt is on the bottom, and it says, I release the need to know all the answers. Well, I feel like if he's going to be not nice, Diana, we may just want to, sweep it right out the door. All right, Moonology. I love the name, though. Love the name. You are good enough comes out, Pisces, full moon in Virgo. And have faith in your dreams comes out. All right, Pisces, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up. We have earth signs next. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I feel like we're moving pretty quickly through them. Some people are not creative enough. You know what I mean? Dina, welcome, Dina. All right, earth signs. Taurus, let's do 4610. Energy of the week. We're looking at June 29th through July 5th for Taurus. We have the thinking man coming out. So the thinking man says you have something of value, and you're trying to figure out what it is. It could also say that someone comes into your environment and teaches you, shows you. The envy card again, and your challenges are obstacle for Taurus. Adjacent possibilities coming out for lesson learned. And goddess of the moon is your intuition. So that's your outcome. So that's gonna be like the main theme, right? Taurus, trust your intuition. I definitely feel like you have something of value, Taurus. You could again be dealing with some envious energy. A lot of times when people can't do something like for themselves, or I mean, really, that's it. When they can't put that energy into themselves, that's where the envy comes from, right? Especially if you have Taurus. So adjacent possibility says you were doing something a certain way, and maybe now you need to maneuver or you need to go around something. You may even need to leave something behind. And again, goddess of the moon being your outcome, Taurus says that you need to trust your intuition. So in other words, you kind of already feel it or know it. And then door to personal healing. Again, this card has came up a lot tonight, and happiness is on the bottom. And again, it's that energy of needing to remove something that's blocking your doorway from your own personal healing and happiness, right? All right. So let's look at the thinking man. We have the tower coming out. The tower could definitely be like something surprising, but I think it's more like upheaval, flipping the tables type of energy. All right, the envy card, we have Three of Pentacles. Again, thinking that someone was going to help you do something, but having to do something on your own. Someone who, Taurus, um, it's possible that someone who was doing something with you before, like working with you in some way before, could be struggling to watch you go on or continue on, like continue doing your thing on your own or like without them. Definitely. Adjacent possibilities is the world card. So it's like more doors will open for you now, or more opportunities will be here for you now. The tower, again, I feel like is this energy of um, upheaval and like again like flipping the tables, right? Goddess of the moon, we have the Five of Cups coming out. Five of Cups is normally a card that talks, well, I mean, it is. It's a card that talks about great despair and loss. Goddess of the moon, trust your intuition. It's like you've lost something, but you know that something good is going to come from it, right? The Lovers is on the bottom. That's probably what it is, right? That's something good that's coming from it. And I don't mean like a relationship or like another person. I just mean that you finally decide to choose yourself, right? Like you put yourself first. All right, Taurus, let's do guidance. I have the patience card coming out. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And we have the friendship card coming out. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. We have relationships on the bottom. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. All right, Moonology to close it out for Taurus. We have a time for healing, the Bossmic Moon, and the energy is gaining momentum, the Waxing Moon. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that was helpful. Guys, if the messages pull at your heartstrings, make sure to tap that like button for me. So moving right along, we have Virgo next. All right, let's timestamp. Starlubba, welcome. Let's do 5155. Virgo, this is going to be for June 29th through July 5th. I'm going to start out with energy of the week. We have financial constraints, but I will say it looks like it was trying to come out in reverse. So it's interesting because we're always a week ahead. And I feel like these energies this week is all about something that we've already been dealing with. Like that's kind of, it feels like the theme with all the readings so far. All right, challenge or obstacle, we have hostilities. Angel of Strength comes out for lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle. And the outcome, we have blossoming abundance. So yes, definitely financial constraints in reverse. All tied up is on the bottom. So things may pick up and get very busy for Virgo, but something was happening where you were going through some type of financial constraints. It definitely could have something to do with the hostilities. I'm not sure if the hostilities were coming from somewhere else or if you had the hostilities. But Angel of Strength says that like you dug deep, you healed something, you, I don't know, decided to stop being hostile. But it's like the moment you did that, it released this financial burden, this blockage that you were experiencing. And then blossoming abundance is what comes in. That's the outcome. All right, financial constraints, we have 10 of Cups. So this is going to have something to do with happy home, happy family, emotional contentment, how you feel about a family situation. Hostilities, we have 3 of Pentacles, again, having to do something on your own, Virgo. You could have felt like somebody was supposed to do something with you. Angel of Strength, we have the World card. And 10 of Pentacles coming out for blossoming abundance. So it's like you get something you want. I heard the word jackpot. But it shows a treasure chest with all these gold pinnacles kind of emerging out of the box. 7 of Pentacles is on the bottom. 7 of Pentacles says that some of this is actually already here. So 7 of Pentacles is a card that says you have to be patient and you have to wait for something. But it says that the process has already started. I love this. Guys, my North Node is in Virgo. So this is all, how exciting, right? All right, let's pull guidance. We have purpose. I know what I'm here to do. And judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. All right, moonology to close it out. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. In other words, I'm hearing it's very possible, Virgo, that you're upset about something that you thought wasn't coming in or wasn't going to happen. It's definitely something like that. And it's like none of that was right. There was just like some type of process, something coming together, the world card. It's like you had to have this angel of strength energy so that you could be offered these new opportunities. And this all definitely could have something to do with following your purpose. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Last card. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Virgo. I hope that was helpful. All right, we have Capricorn next. Love seeing the new energies. Vanessa says, yay. We moved through them pretty quickly tonight. All right, let's timestamp 57 even. I've seen it for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So this is for June 29th through July 5th. Ooh, first card comes out. It flips over on its own. Storm warning. It's number 10, and it is definitely kind of like the Tower card in tarot. But Capricorn, storm warning says that, like, if you're experiencing turbulence, things feel shaky right now. You could feel like something's falling apart or you can't keep things together, something like that. It's like everything is happening for a reason, a purpose. And a lot of times when you're experiencing those types of energies, it means that a path is being cleared out for you. It definitely could be some forced alignment as well. Like, in other words, your soul has a path and maybe shiny object syndrome. Maybe you got distracted off your soul's path or your purpose, something like that. All right, challenge or obstacle. We have first chakra. It's Archangel Michael. Okay, that could mean a couple of things. It could mean that you don't know who you are, right? It could mean that you don't know what your powers are. It could also mean that you or someone around you is highly, highly protected by Archangel Michael. Guys, PLR is a spiritual awakening. I'm having a spiritual awakening here. It's what we're doing, right? And it's a certain type of spiritual awakening. And if you do any research on that specific type of spiritual awakening, you would see that those of us that are experiencing this, again, same type of spiritual awakening, see Archangel Michael regularly, all the time, right? And there's a great meaning behind that. And it is because our journey is highly, highly protected. So if I'm talking to Capricorn, you could be experiencing a storm warning because you didn't understand that someone else was highly protected. But you could also be experiencing a storm warning and spirit saying that you're highly protected. So in other words, like, there's no reason for you to worry, and you need to understand that the path is just being cleared for you. Capricorn is my 7th house, relationships. All right, door to personal healing and happiness comes out for a lesson learned. And again, it's this energy of removing something from the doorway so that you can reach your personal healing and happiness. And then outcome, we have fourth chakra. It's Archangel Raphael. So your fourth chakra is your heart chakra. And I always say that I feel like this type of awakening, if I had to put a label on it, I would call it a heart chakra awakening. Most people call it a twin flame awakening, right? Um, but it's a heart chakra awakening. That's what's happening. So I feel like that's what it should be called. But Archangel Raphael represents the heart chakra, but it also yeah, he also represents healing, deep, internal, soul healing. So it's like whatever is happening, Capricorn, that's the purpose. And then on the bottom, we have man holding a heart. So let's talk about that for just a second. Man holding a heart is a card that shows this man where he's holding this heart. And then there's like this hole in his pants and his legs cut out. And it's like the shape of the heart that he's holding, right? The point of the card is it talks about this person that is absolutely perfect, right? Like they are um, 100% faithful, honest, loyal, loving, compassionate, understanding, um, all of the things, right? But the point of the card is to say that we can't like get that from someone. That's an unrealistic expectation to have from someone. The point of the card is to say that we're supposed to become that energy. All right. I love it. Twitch comes in and says, "That's crazy. I just got here. She's talking about Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn." Must be a coincidence, right? I'm just kidding. All right, let's look at the storm warning. So, Knight of Pentacles comes. This is long time coming. So, whatever the storm warning is, it's long time coming. First chakra, we have King of Wands, Archangel Michael, and King of Wands. So, King of Wands is like an energy that is super, super confident. So, it's in your challenge or obstacle because you're not confident and you don't understand that either, again, you're highly protected or someone around you could be highly protected and you don't want to be reckless with that energy because again King of Wands can sometimes be this energy of overly confident, but I think it's more about understanding who you are, what type of awakening are you having, and when you understand that, you learn further and you start to realize that I don't want to go into this. There's a whole show, it's supposed to be short and sweet here. um Archangel Michael protects those that are on this specific journey. I don't make the rules. It's just the way it is in all the books. It's what it says, right? So again, you're either highly protected by this angel or someone around you is highly protected by this angel. And you need to be confident in that. All right, door to personal healing and happiness. We have Four of Wands, 1111, manifestation. So if you're trying to manifest some type of firm foundation or financial security or even a family home type of situation with this person, door to personal healing and happiness being in your lesson learned to help you with your challenge or obstacle, it's like you're going to have this firm foundation, whether that's it with your, I don't know, whether your finances or your emotions or just your life in general, before you can bring like everything together. And I feel like it kind of confirms that with fourth chakra being the outcome because that's your heart chakra. And it's saying that you need to heal this energy. So I'm definitely getting this Queen of Wands comes out. Be confident that you can heal that energy. I'm definitely getting this Capricorn energy that's been through something. Maybe a breakup of a home. But Knight of Pentacles, it's like this was a long time coming. Something was a long time coming, and you know that there's like work to do or healing to do. Eight of Cups is on the bottom. All right, let's do guidance for Capricorn. We have the Envy card. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And we have the Discipline card, Capricorn. This is your card, right? The Saturn is Capricorn, and Saturn is discipline. And Saturn being in Aries right now is kicking everybody's butt. I just want you to know. But it says, I can't accomplish what I set my mind to. So Capricorn, I feel like trying to get their family together or get a firm foundation. All right, Moonology to close it out. Surrender to the divine. It's the full moon. And take time to breathe out. It's the dismantling moon. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Capricorn. I hope that was helpful. Guys, make sure to hit all the buttons. All the buttons. All right. So now we have the air signs left. Vanessa says we always seem to get the envy card. Who's envious though? Is it Capricorn or is someone envious of something you have? I would almost bet that it's the Capricorn. I love you. um, because let me tell you why though. I'm not just picking on Capricorn. I'm being serious. You know how people always say like they'll call someone that I used to use Conor McGregor as an example. I used to be a big Conor McGregor fan. Used to be, right? Um, and and they called him the GOAT, right? In the UFC, he was known as the GOAT, and it's kind of like this. It's supposed to represent someone that's like goes above and beyond, right? But Capricorn, if you look at the sign of Capricorn, it's the goat, right? Like it has the goat head and the horns, right? And the front legs of a goat body. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the back end of the Capricorn is actually the Pisces fishtail. I know, right? I bet you didn't know that. Or maybe you did, who knows? But the point of Capricorn's like whole existence, right, is that Capricorn is always climbing this mountain because it's the goat, right? So it's climbing this mountain and it's having to drag this fishtail. So it's only has two legs to climb this mountain. So it already has like something hindering it or slowing it down. But the point is that if it can climb this mountain with only the two legs and having to drag this fishtail, then it can accomplish anything, right? And the same goes with like if it's the opposite way. Let's say the Capricorn's in the water and the shit's moving too fast, right? The water, it's flowing like the Pisces sail. And it's having to drag the goat head through the water. You feel like you're drowning, right? Same thing. If you make it, which you always do, Capricorn, because you're the actual goat, then you realize just how strong you are, or just how powerful you are, or just how much you can overcome, right? But is it possible that the Capricorn is out there like, why does it have to be extra? Why do I have to do the extra, right? So remember, guys, I do these readings for my own personal birth chart. Capricorn is my relationship house. And heck yeah, I'm asking spirit, like, why? Why is it got to be extra? She's like, they can have it. All right, Gemini is next. Air signs. Let's do 109. I missed it. Let's do 109.44. So, Gemini, this is going to be for the week of June 29th through July 5th. Let's get your energy of the week from the Energy Oracle. We have door to value coming out. So it says that an opportunity, like the door is open to an opportunity of great value. It's number 31. Challenge or obstacle, we have rest and rejuvenation. I feel like something happens really quickly, Gemini, and you may feel like you don't have time to rest or rejuvenate. Lesson learned is the temple path. So it's almost like this is not only just exactly where you're supposed to be, but it's like something is finally balancing out. It could be a financial situation for sure with the door to value. And then we have the garden and the gate. Ooh, how interesting, Gemini. Okay, so it looks like some type of opportunity comes in for Gemini. And again, it shows us like these doors opening and money just kind of flying out everywhere. So it's like an opportunity, a financial opportunity, some type of opportunity where there's gains, right? And it happens so quickly that you could feel like you don't have time to rest or think about it or meditate, go within, something like that. And the temple path says that one, don't panic. This everything happens for a reason, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be. But I also get this energy of like you brought this, you manifested this. This is something balancing out. And now with the garden and the gate as your outcome, now I'm not sure if you're frozen, Gemini, but you're definitely standing still. Maybe you're not making any quick actions, like you're not gonna, you know, jump the gun right away. But it's almost like a little bit of frozen, almost a little bit of like, I didn't expect it to happen that fast. I'm not sure like what to do about it, something like that. All right, let's look at it. Door to value. Energy of the week. We have Wheel of Fortune. So that is a huge confirmation. One that it's like gains, right? Because Wheel of Fortune is like good luck and good fortune. Something's bending in your favor, right? It's Jupiter energy. Guys, Jupiter just had the Kazemi what was it, like 2 days ago now? Yeah, 2 days ago. Yesterday we had the Cancer new moon. I'm not going to get into the astrology because we've already talked about the astrology. But Jupiter's up there doing big things right now, right? So definitely could experience some big gains in some situation and definitely could be a financial situation. All right, rest and rejuvenation. You have King of Swords. This is going to have to be something about boundaries. Like, let's say something happens very quickly for you, Gemini. You're going to have to be able to stand up and speak up and keep your boundaries, enforce your boundaries. Um, you want to be very like truthful, like authentic. You don't want to pretend to be something you're not. Like, you don't want to overdo yourself. It's so interesting because I feel like this whole week for me has been about like don't get too much on my plate. I don't want to overwhelm myself. So if that starts to happen, Gemini, it's definitely this energy where it's like you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna have to stand up and say something. All right, the temple path again, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. The hermit is here. Again, the hermit is Virgo energy, but in in the gilded tarot, it looks like he's walking down this very scary, dark path, and he's holding this lantern. And the lantern shines on the snake, so it's like he spots the snake, right? Now, it is supposed to be about, like, shedding old skin, and it could be, like, you just leaving things in the past, definitely, but again, it's like, I'm getting this energy like you spot something. Your light shines on something. And maybe it could be showing others, and, like, that could be part of, like, purpose. I mean, look at the major arcana. You have Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. Alright, Garden in the Gate, we have the Two of Pentacles. So what I like about the Two of Pentacles in the Gilded Tarot is he has his footing. Both feet are on the ground. And most Two of Pentacles, the person's juggling the two pentacles, and it's like one foot is on the ground. Sometimes it's just his toes, right? Like it's not flat-footed. In the Gilded Tarot, both feet are firmly planted on the ground, like he's found his balance. The Six of Pentacles is also here, and the Six of Pentacles says that you get assistance, you get help. But again, it's this energy of balance. All right, Gemini. Guidance from the soul's journey. We have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I definitely feel like you went through something. It could have been financial. It could have been like a slow period, a challenging period. Something could have cost you a lot of money. You could have had this energy like, how am I going to get out of this? And it's like now, whatever that was that you went through made you stronger, wiser, braver, all those things, right? We also have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation, and gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. All right, Moonology to close it out for Gemini. Work through your fears. It's new moon in Scorpio. And meditate and contemplate. It's new moon in Pisces. All right. So that is Gemini. We have Libra next. All right, let's timestamp Libra. Let's do 11707 because I waited for it. All right, Libra. June 29th through July 5th. So let's get your energy of the week. We have Door to Romance. And Libra, it is that card where it shows the heart in the cage. We have Woman holding a coin coming up for a challenge or obstacle. So this could be about learning your own self-worth or value. We have Magician and the Mirror coming out for a lesson learned. And the Thinking Woman is your outcome. The Sun is on the bottom. So, Door to Romance again, and is your energy of the week, says that your heart is locked away. It's very possible there's an opportunity this week to open the door, let love in, something like that. But your challenge or obstacle is seeing the value in something or seeing the worth in something. Your lesson learned. The Magician in the Mirror talks about working with energy, healing with energy. It also talks about using your spiritual abilities. And the Thinking Woman coming out for the outcome kind of tells me, Libra, that it's almost like you're thinking about, I don't know, letting love in again, telling people how you feel about something. You could feel like you want to know more about something so you could feel more confident about yourself as well. All right, we have Four of Wands coming out. So Four of Wands on Door to Romance. Four of Wands shows, of course, the Four of Wands, 1111, but it also shows like the people. It looks like a mom, a dad, and a child. So it gives us this energy of a home. Libra, you could feel like you have to protect your home or your children. Woman holding a coin, we have Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords talks about disagreements and arguments, and you definitely could be having some disagreements or arguments. But for me, Five of Swords a lot of times is like negative thinking. So, like, you could be thinking that something's happening, and that's not even the case. That's kind of the energy I'm getting there. Magician and the Mirror, we have the Hanged Man. You need to let something go, release something. Stuck in the headspace. You need to move from the headspace to the heart space. And the thinking woman for Libra, we have Page of Wands. Page of Wands says you don't have to take these big leaps and bounds. It's okay to take these baby steps. It's all about the forward progress, forward movement. And Two of Cups is on the bottom. So Two of Cups says that someone's going to meet you halfway, Libra. All right, let's pull some guidance. We have the failure card. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And we have the doubt card. I release the need to know all the answers. All right, Libra. Moonology to close it out. Show the world the real you. It's full moon in Aquarius. And balance spirituality with practicality. It's full moon in Pisces. All right, Libra. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, we have made it to the last sign of the night, Aquarius. All right, so remember, next week is Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, we'll do love and astrology. I'll read for the collective. We'll talk about the astrology for that second week of July. And then, of course, I'll offer some free and paid mini readings. And then on Thursday night, all of these at 8 p.m., of course, Central Time, I'll be back for all 12 signs. All right, Aquarius, let's wrap it up and timestamp 122. Let's wait for it. 22. 22, 22. Lots of twos coming out tonight. Aquarius, this is going to be for June 29th through July 5th. Energy of the week, I'm pulling from the Energy Oracle. We have seventh chakra. So that's going to be about your crown chakra. It's your connection to spirit. And it's about trusting your intuition. Challenge or obstacle, we have Angel of Love. This could have something to do with a love situation. Angel of Love comes out when unconditional love is needed. All right, let's look at lesson learned. We have all tied up. So you could be ignoring something, Aquarius, not paying attention to something. And then we have man holding a heart coming out. Victory is on the bottom. Aquarius, I feel like this is all about love. It's giving this energy of not trusting your gut. You could be worried that someone is not who they say they are. Let's look at it. Seventh chakra. We have Six of Cups. That's reunion energy. That's interesting. So whoever this is for you, Aquarius, this person feels very spiritually connected. All right, Angel of Love in your challenge or obstacle. We have the Strength card. So you have strong feelings for this person, care for this person deeply, having to pull from some type of inner strength. All tied up is lesson learned. We have Ace of Wands. So it's like fate, destiny, whatever's happening right now could definitely be very passionate, but it's also something that's fated or destined. And man holding a heart, we have Page of Cups. So Page of Cups says there is a small offer. Maybe you expected more of something, Aquarius. And Eight of Wands is on the bottom. Eight of Wands says that you may experience some sudden changes or quick information. All right, guys. Let's pull some guidance for Aquarius. We have the change card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. We have the service card. I feel good when I am helping others. We have the guilt card on the bottom. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. That's the one, right? All right, Aquarius. Moonology to close it out. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And emotions are running high. It's the super moon. All right, I'm going to leave that right there, Aquarius. I hope that was helpful. That's it, guys. That's all 12 signs. And I don't know how, but I almost forgot. Tomorrow night, guys. Tomorrow night, I have our twin flame energy update for the month of July scheduled. It is scheduled for 8 p.m. If anything happens, I have to push it back. I won't, I'll push it back 30 minutes, probably max. But that is going to be tomorrow night, guys. And then next week, we start our new schedule, Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks for coming in, hanging out with me. Diana, thank you so much for helping with the timestamps. Guys, I will get those timestamps in over under the description box of the YouTube videos to help you maneuver through there. I hope to see everyone tomorrow night for the Twin Flame Current Energy Update. Again, we'll be looking at the month of July. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant